look at all of these jazzy, amazing bells. They truly add something to the landscape, and by that I mean they're an absolute eyesore, but hey, they artificially inflate the market value, and that's all I need from them. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today, welcome to the glorious world of Anno 1800, a fantastic city-building, economic managing game, which is perfect for any maniacal British colonizers, or just an average German who likes building a supply chain. This game is fantastic, but today, we're going to be trying to play it in a very different way. You see, last year, we managed to beat a game of Civ 6 without actually settling a city, which is, of course, completely and utterly perfectly balanced. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to win the game without building a city either. That's right, in a game that is entirely focused on building up a village to a city, we are going to be doing absolutely none of it, and yet becoming fabulously wealthy. So it's time for us to dive into a brand new game and get our shenanigans on the road. But first, a word from our sponsors, Opera GX. That's right, they're back, they're sponsoring another video because they absolutely love me, and I love them. It's purely platonic. So why not show them some love by installing it using my link in the description? Well, not only can you immediately import all of your tools from your previous browser, like say Chrome, but this bad boy doesn't even consume RAM. Look at how much RAM Chrome uses, and then look at how much RAM 11 instances of Nodding Head Gandalf use on Opera GX. Now that's perfectly balanced. But why should you download it using my link? Well, it's of course because that's where you get access to the latest video feature. That's right, you can see my latest uploads when you download it using my link. Look, it's my videos. You can even change your wallpaper to make it a beautiful custom animated wallpaper like this one, which is an actual official wallpaper on the store. It's perfect for everyone, especially gamers like me and you. So what are you waiting for? Go and download it today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we dive into this glorious world of tea drinking, penny farthings, and monocles. Oh, it's like I'm just back at home. Oh, it's fantastic. That was, of course, the time before I became an immortal tea drinking burger. Anyway, welcome to the glorious world of Anno 1800. The game is absolutely fantastic, but of course, the entire focus is on building a giant population that is going to pay you copious quantities in tax revenue. However, ladies and gentlemen, we don't need to do that at all, as it's the 1800s, which means capitalism is in full swing, baby. And so shares have been invented. Now we can even buy shares off of the other AI players or sell them from our own settlement, which is of course Scam Island. And it's as the famous saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day, but Scam Island was never actually built at all, and most certainly never will be. Led by this legendary individual down here, who probably should not have been put in charge of anything, as he is most certainly an escaped convict scam artist. But nonetheless, he's here in this world and he's going to make copious amounts of money. So first things first, let's make some cash. We're going to first introduce ourselves to the AI. There's a whole bunch of them, they're lovely and friendly, and we're just going to flatter them with a nice little bit of friendliness. And then we're also going to buy some of their shares. That's right at the start of the game, we're going to go over to here to Bad Quallingham, and we're going to spend 36,000 to buy one of his pristine shares. This of course upsets him quite a bit because the man doesn't know how to have fun, but hey, a share's a share, and what this means is we've just gained access to a small portion of his revenue. If you own all of the shares of someone's island, you get to skim 30% of their total profits, which is absolutely ridiculous. But as he starts to place down buildings and starts to generate tax revenue, we're going to be living off of his profits. So I'm going to fast forward some time and hopefully he's going to set up a small base of establishment, and then we're going to start to buy up his other shares. At the moment we're currently making 6 gold a month just off of our share income, which is not that good. Tax revenue is fantastic, and we're only effectively getting 5% of this dude's tax revenue. Look at all of these peasants whom we could be stealing revenue from, despite the fact that they don't even belong to us. So of course, as we're limited to not being able to actually build a settlement and consequently we can't generate tax revenue, we're going to have to start making money via more interesting means. The share income is going to be one of them, but another is that we're able to take quests from the AI. So we've just taken a lovely quest to pick up some poor stranded individual over here and drop them off back to a settlement. Now after doing our first quest and picking up a second quest, we actually have just enough money to buy a second share, and so by having a second share in the lovely green player over here, we're now getting 74 income per tick, which is going to start to add up, especially when these guys start colonizing more islands, because when they colonize a new island, oh, it gets very cheap. Now interestingly, we have quests like this where we have to deliver timber to the AI. However, of course, I can't produce any timber, but don't worry, I don't need to, because I can buy it from over here and sell it as a quest reward for a fantastical profit. Now, of course, the other way we can make money is by selling shares in our own island. But remember, our island is kind of worthless. Each of these shares are valued at 1 gold. And as soon as we sell them, they're going to cost around about 22,000 to buy back from the Queen herself. That's right, the only person we can sell our shares to is none other than Queen Victoria. And even though it hurts my Britishness to do it, we're sadly going to scam her. As if there's one thing I like more than making the Queen happy, it's generating infinite money, which is exactly what we need to do, because I mean, we can't even build a settlement. Now, the reasoning I decided to buy shares in this AI is because they are the hardest difficulty AI we have in this game, and naturally that means they're going to be cheating harder than the others, which also means we're able to get more money off of them, because they're going to just be making more money by building better cities and doing it faster. Now, we're up to already 13,000 gold, which is absolutely glorious, but don't worry, it's going to get even better. Oh, fantastic, our lovely friend here has given us a quest. Their quest is to simply find bears on their island, which it's less a quest and more of just a point-and-click adventure, but hey, they pay us for this, so I don't mind clicking on glowing blue items on their island. That's fine by me. Ah, gameplay. That's how to make $4,620. And oh my goodness, the AI is just gonna hand me money as well. I just got 6,000 for being friendly with the AI. All I have to do is just sail to a boat and get money. Thank you very much, kind AI person. This is going to be fantastic. We're already making 150 gold, which is absolutely lovely, because we don't have any expenses, and that's fantastic. No expenses means maximum profits. Now, because they just gave me some money, I think it's probably also a good idea that we request an alliance with this person, as it's going to militarily protect us, because the issue is we don't have any way to build a military fleet, so we need protection. So spending 13,000 for an alliance is probably going to be necessary. Now, our 2 shares are making a huge amount of money. I mean, look at this. We're up to 228 gold income, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, once we actually own all of the shares in an island, we can actually initiate a complete hostile takeover. This is our only way of actually gaining new territory. But at the same time, when we do the takeover, everything on the island is going to be destroyed, which would be an absolute shame, as I love making money. Oh, fantastic. He's landed a new settlement on this island. Lovely. Now, because it's brand new, the shares are nice and cheap, so hopefully we can save up a bit and snag some early cheap shares. Ah, no, I was wondering why I'm suddenly back up to 100,000. It's because the AI has decided to buy some of their shares back, and so I now have 100,000 in the bank, which is fine because we can then immediately just turn around and buy his shares. So wabam, we've bought those shares back and we have 44,000 in the bank. Now, our first big stepping stone is reaching 200,000 gold. As soon as we have that, we can generate infinite wealth, but until then it will be a challenge, and so we need more wealth, and most importantly, a large control over whatever the green player is doing and building. So in order to raise some capital to actually be able to buy another share very shortly, in 8 minutes time, we're going to need to do something just a little bit creative. You see, over here on Scam Island, we have 45,000 in the bank, and what we're going to do is build something very special. We're going to go into the Ubisoft Club section of buildings and build ourselves a very, very large quantity of tribute to the diving bell. There we go. We can just place out as many as we humanly can, spend 45,000 in order to actually do it, and you'll notice something very interesting. Our shares have gone up in value from just being worth 1 gold to now being worth 4,500. So we're going to sell one of these bad boys to the crown, because I could do with a little bit of cash, and you'll notice that in order to buy this back, we need 26,000 lying around, which of course we don't have. But we can also demolish all of these buildings and get back exactly the same amount of money that we invested, and as you can see, the Queen's share has suddenly gone down in value from being worth 26,000 to just being worth 20,600. This is a very cheap way of making money, but at the moment it's not profitable enough because we simply don't have enough money to sway our share price in by a high enough margin. Anyway, in 6 minutes time we're going to buy ourselves a new share from this dude, and luckily he's making us a huge amount of money. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a fantastic offer for you. Guess what? For the low cost of only liking this video, you can become a shareholder of Scam Island, the most profitable island with 100% of real value that has ever existed. And heck, why not even increase the value of Scam Island by convincing others that it's a completely real and justifiable place. I mean, look at all of the bells we have lying around. Why, all you have to do is go into the comment section and say, I love Scam Island, and I'm sure that that will convince the Queen that it's a completely legitimate place to invest in. Anyway, onwards with the money making. We've got 1 million to make. I was going to wait for it, but I've noticed that the AI has started spending rapidly. It means that the price of their shares has gone up a lot as as well. So in order to close the gap faster, we're going to repeat that lovely little cheeky exploit by placing down another huge quantity of diving bells. There we go, that's 54,000's worth of diving bells. The Queen's share is now valued at 27,000, but we can sell her another share for 5 grand. And then we're going to demolish the entirety of them and get all of our lovely money back. Wabam! And of course that means the Queen's shares have devalued in price, but more importantly we can now go over here and buy ourselves a 3rd share. And wabam! We're now making over 600 gold thanks to just all of our shares and investments in the AI. Right, I'm now going to let our lovely income grow for a while. We need to get as much cash as possible. Right, and the time has come again. We've waited for enough time to pass and we've got 67 grand in the bank, which means we can pick up a 4th share in this island. Wabam! We're now with a net positive income of 1,000, which is actually not bad for the early game. You're often normally making a loss in the early game and then turning a profit via trading instead. But luckily for us, no. Things are going glorious for us. Oh, we're making so much money and I love making money. And it has happened. I guess it was always likely to happen. Carl Leonard has just declared war on us and that means he's naturally going to be very grumpy. Now, of course, war is going to be a little bit tricky for us because we only have 1 boat and that's it. We have the single boat. But hopefully this 1 boat is going to be enough to survive in this inevitable war. Ah, look, he has some kind of gunboat. Right, well, I will target it with my flagship and hopefully I think that means we should win this. If not, I'll have to go and try and repair my ship or get some upgrades for it. But I think for the moment, all is good. Also, even though we're at war, still able to make money off of his shares, okay? That's just how capitalism works, baby. Actually, you know what? Instead of going after their gunboat, I've instead decided to target one of their trade ships, as this is going to hopefully yield us with some precious resources of theirs, which we can then sell for profit and money, which I absolutely love. Also, I think if it drives close to blue, technically blue's at war with them as well, so they'll hopefully join in on some of our fighting. Meanwhile, I don't think there's actually anything they can do to fight us, so we're completely fine over here, don't worry. Alright, oh my goodness, and we're able to actually massacre the enemy gunboats. Oh, this will be glorious. Blow it up, destroy it, yes! Oh, that's fantastically profitable. Oh yes, we're blowing up the enemy trade ships. Glorious, glorious privateering. Yes, it always wins. Right, steal their stuff and run. We got a piece of meaningless bling. Yay! Let's leg it away. Okay, I've discovered something absolutely fantastic. Because of the situation we're in, the AI is never going to attack us because they don't have a large enough navy and we also have an ally. Meanwhile, because we're at war, I'm able to repeatedly raid their trading routes. For example, they just brought a boat in which had 26 cigars on it, which I can sell for 22 grand. I now have 76k in the bank, and guess what? I can just wait a few more minutes and this AI is gonna summon a new boat on in that's going to march straight into the T-Pride flagship. Profitability is near guaranteed at this point as we've crossed into the 76 grand mark. And I think it's time for us to buy up the final share of the green little empire here. Wabam, it's mine. We now get the full 1,230 gold. And sure, in 9 minutes time we could start the process to actually buy the island, but that's just not really needed for us. So we now have a resting 1,200 in the bank, and I think now is probably a good time to start saving up so that we can start manipulating the Queen for infinite money. Oh, and the lovely dude has bought some shares back from his own island, but that's fine. In 5 minutes time I can just buy it straight back again, because guess what? The money goes to me. I don't mind if you buy your shares back. It is simply a temporary way for you to stave off the inevitable. I will conquer you, Mr. Mutton Chop Man. Right, we've now hit that fantastic point where the AI wants a peace treaty with us, but we're not going to give them a peace treaty for one very good reason. We can keep farming their ships for cash and they are not attacking us, which is absolutely fantastic. In fact, they just keep sending effectively unguarded trade ships out into the world for us to just take complete advantage over. And another thing that I've just discovered is that the yellow AI over here is happy to sell us soap at 96 each, and then the blue AI over here is happy to buy soap for 240 each. So as you can imagine, we're going to be profiteering on that. So we're going to buy 7,200. So we've bought a huge amount of soap from them, and then we're going to go and dump all of this soap into the market over here for a fantastic profit. Who even needs to build a city when you start with a single boat? That's more than enough. So bam, we arrive here, we can do our trading. We're only able to sell off part of our soap stockpile for 720 gold, but bam, we still keep the rest in our inventory, and we've already made back a tenth of our original investment. And at the same time, we're going to go head off over here and intercept the green ship that's floated into our path. So bam, we'll just blow this bad boy up and see what they have in store for us. What have you got? What were you transporting? Give me your free goodies. Oh my goodness, a legendary chef that sells for 200 grand. What? Cool, thanks AI. I love the fact that you could just cheat in money and then I can steal it from you. Sure, I don't mind if I do. I'll be taking this bad boy. I mean, sure, we could use it on our island if we had a city, but we don't. So we're going to go and ransom him over to a prison, which kind of sounds illegal, but we can do that, so it's fine. Trust me, it's not illegal. So that's 215 grand that we now have. So we now have 256,000 just lying around, which is absolutely bloody fantastic. Right, well, with this amount of money, I think we can actually do something interesting with the queen. So what we're going to do very simply is commit our lovely manipulation of the markets again. This time I'm going to drop down a whole bunch of our lovely amazing ornaments again, and as you can see, we can place down a huge amount of them. That there goes about 100,000, and bam, there goes all of our money. Lovely. Now the share price of our island has just gone up from being worth 1 gold to now being worth 26,000. So we're going to sell this share for 26,000 to the queen, and for us to buy them back, we'd have to spend 52 grand, if you can believe it. But don't worry, with the money that we just got from selling a share, we're going to place even more of these bad boys on the island, and that's actually going to increase the shares again to 29,000. So we're going to sell that share, and now we have 29,000 lying around. We're going to build even more of these bad boys and then sell our final share for 32,000. Now, in order to buy these back, we would need 60,000 gold each, but of course we don't have to do that. Instead, we can just mass demolish all of these items that the queen for some reason bought, believing I don't know, she was making a sound financial investment. Now we have 356 grand in the bank, and we can buy our shares back for 20,000 each. So I'll buy back one of these shares, and then what I'm going to do is, now that we have 336,000, is I'm going to place even more of these bad boys. So bam, I've placed a whole bunch more, and what I'm going to do is sell this share that I just bought back for 33 grand to, of course, none other than Her Majesty herself, and she's very happy. If we want to buy that back, that's now 60 grand, but don't worry, we're not going to. We're going to demolish all of these, and in 10 minutes time we're going to buy back one of our shares at a vastly decreased cost because I just massacred a whole bunch of monuments. Meanwhile, let's sell just a little bit more soap. Lovely stuff. Oh, now there's another lovely schooner making its way over here. Of course, we're not going to intercept it immediately because we wanted to go trade with this AI settlement here, and then as soon as that happens, we're going to be able to hopefully sink it and steal whatever the AI just bought for a stupid amount of money. And here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. They are just quite simply floating resources into my mouth. Lovely, tasty resources. I love money. Alright, fantastic. Just bombard that bad boy up. I also love the T monocle and top hat that we have on the side of our flagship. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, we're going to sink this bad boy down, and then hopefully we're going to move on to attack this frigate over here, as this frigate should hopefully also be carrying a very nice large amount of goods. Anyway, that is some flotsam for us to steal. What have we got? Oh, it's just a garbage ring. Well, that's fine. We're going to start by bombarding this enemy ship here, and in this fight we should have the advantage. So we're just going to speed up this fight and see who wins. And there's no escaping me, AI. I will sink your shippy. And bam, that's them sunk. Lovely. Right, now let's see what they were carrying, because they were a much superior ship. 15 weapons. Okay, that's fine. We can go sell that to the AI. Oh, well done. I've been playing for 2 hours. Thank you for telling me how much I've been wasting my life, game. Jeez, what else could I have been doing with my time? But hey, back on over on Scam Island. In 6 minutes time, we can buy another share from the Queen and just do a cheeky little bit of our money scamming. Anyway, let's sell all of these cannons for 2 grand. That'll do nicely. Oh, and this lovely guy also wants to join an alliance with me, so why not? I'll take another alliance. Oh my goodness, and the AI is floating another trade ship over here. Right, okay. Well, I mean, thanks for sending another trade fleet over, you silly sausage. Oh, and the AI bought one of its shares back from his island. No, friend. I don't think so. I'll be buying that back for the 70 grand you spent. That's mine. Right, and here we go. Here's the lovely ship we're intercepting. I know you've got all kinds of jazzy cargo on you, and I would just love to borrow them. I promise I'll put it to better use than you ever could. Oh, and you had nothing on board. Well, beans. That means I just sank an innocent trade ship, but hey, wouldn't be the first time. No, Now, I'm going to also do another quick Queenie scam on Scam Island again. So it's time to build up our lovely diving bell monuments once more. Ah, look at all of these jazzy, amazing bells. They truly, truly add something to the landscape. And by that, I mean they're an absolute eyesore. But hey, they artificially inflate the market value, and that's all I need from them. So we're going to sell ourselves our one share for 38 grand. We're bam. The Queen loves that. And now we're just going to demolish all of these things. And that's all of our money back. We're up to 425,000, and we'll buy one of our shares back for 20 grand. Then we can just repeat this process again, now with 400,000 in the bank. Each time we're making about 20,000 in profit, just pretty much out of thin air. Oh, except what's that? Is that a trade ship? That's a schooner floating by. Chase it, chase it. We can't let the innocent trade ship get away. No, we can't. You know we can't. We don't like it when the innocent trade ships get away. Yes. Now, what were you carrying? 5,750 planner? Don't mind if I do. I'll sell that bad boy to the AI, and using the profits, I shall build myself an even larger monument of bells. So we're bam, with the spare 18,000 we have, we'll build a few more monuments, sell our one remaining share for 42,000. That's fantastic and lovely. The Queen loves that. I love that. And now we can demolish all of this and get our money back. Bam, we're up to 470,000. We are 30,000 off our goal. And what is that? Is that the AI sailing another ship right past us? Oh, you bet it is. Right, let's go blow it up. I reckon they've sent something out to trade this time, so I want to sink it before it can even do its trading. You are not getting to your destination today, friend. Now, what were you carrying? Tasty, tasty profits? 31 cigars! Yes! Oh, that's money! Oh, boy, is that money! Let's sell all of them. That's 26,000. Oh, yes, I think this could be it. That's 500,000 gold! Oh, God! Oh, dear, and they've sailed a frigate in nearby as well, and it hasn't even had time to shoot back. Oh, dear. Oh, and they gave us a book which tells us about loans. Okay, well, we can sell that bad boy back to the AI. We are not keeping that. That's absolutely, it's really generous of the AI just to consistently sail a boat always in range of us and then just let it die. It truly is an absolute generous thing they're doing. Right, now we've made it to halfway of our goal. 500,000 is great, but in order to win the game I need 1 million, and I reckon I can probably beat the AI to it. Nope, they didn't have anything on them. Oops, well, we blew that up. We're also still making 1,750 positively, just constantly, thanks to the shares we have in our, you know, arch nemesis over here. And if we really wanted to, we could try and buy out his island, but honestly, there isn't much of a point. I know we've got just a little bit more combat at the moment, as we're going to shoot down another one of these schooners, which I think is going to be laden with trade goodies. Oh, and now he's offering to actually pay us because he thinks the war's been going poorly for him. Well, don't mind if I do, whilst we do rings around one of his ships. Ah ha ha, there goes another one of your boys. And it was carrying more cigars. Lovely. Well, you offer me 10,000 for this ceasefire, but the issue is this war has been the most profitable thing you've ever done for me this game. And that's saying a lot, considering you've been giving me a lot of money. Anyway, back to our lovely, safe metropolis of Scam Island, which has absolutely nothing, so the AI doesn't even value it. It's time for us to scam the Queen again. So I'm going to buy back another one of my shares so that I have 2 of them floating around. And now with the 500,000 we have lying around, we're going to place 500,000's worth of bells just lying on the ground. Yes, we have deforested most of this map, but trust me, it was necessary so I could build my glorious architectural beauties of just disgusting nightmare fuel. But hey, they're beautiful. Anyway, we can sell a share for 51 grand. Lovely stuff. And then using that same money, we can build even more monuments and then sell the final share for 56 grand. Lovely stuff. I think all in all, that should be a profit of almost 50,000 there. So I'll just demolish all of those bad boys. And yep, actually, that was even more. We're up to 600,000. Lovely stuff. Oh, I love to be a pirate. And it's annoying when you're a pirate and you accidentally sink a civilian vessel and they haven't even got any goodies on them. Come on, like, what's the point of floating around in the sea if you're not carrying at least a little bit of interesting cargo that I can steal? Oh, don't worry, they're sending another boat over though. A gunboat? Do, don't mind if I do. Let's go fight the gunboat. I get the feeling this gunboat is actually going to buy something. Oh my goodness, some of the textures are ever so slightly bugging out on my flagship, but you know, he's just having a bit of a dance party at the moment. Yeah, you send those sails into the 700th dimension or something. Who cares? Just use them to cleave that ship in half. You cleave that ship in half with your giant amazing powers. Why not? Oh my goodness, right, let's steal their loot. What do they got? Ah, garbage ring. Oh, anyway, we're about to buy the queen off of our island, and then we'll be able to sell the island straight back to her for a glorious profit. At the very least, that is our humble goal. So, bam, we've bought the queen entirely off of the island. So now we just need to build our lovely monuments. Well, I've created this new ingenious layout pattern to inflate our island's value. Sadly, it's only increased it by 8,251. But I really think it gets across just how much of a wonderful place we've created, and exactly why you should buy land here, or at least own a percentage share of the land here. Yes, effectively we're selling an NFT. I realize that's pretty much exactly what we've created. We've created the Victorian equivalent of selling NFTs to the Queen, which is actually surprisingly profitable. And well, bam, there we go. We've just placed down all of our lovely bells. We're going to sell one share for 64,000. Then using that 64,000, we're going to build a whole bunch more. Then we're going to sell a share for 71,000, and we're going to naturally place down a whole bunch more. Then we can sell one more share for 78,000, then place down 78,000's worth, and sell a share for 86,000. Then place down 86,000's worth of these lovely monuments, and sell our final share for 94,000. Ah, lovely. Now let's go break them all down and get my money back. Who knows how much money we make? We made 1 million! We win! Ladies and gentlemen, that's how to beat Anno 1800 without even building a bloody city. Oh God. That's quite possibly one of the dumbest gameplay strategies I've ever tried, and the fact that it works is just truly glorious. All you need, just a bit of shares. Then go to war, just steal stuff from the AI. You don't need to make anything, just be a leech on society. This is the true power of being British. Why create things? Why make new things when you can just borrow stuff from other people and sell it for profit? I mean, we Brits are fantastic at it. Have you looked at our museums? I don't think we made any of those mummies that we have in there, and I sure as know we didn't pay for them. Oh God. But hey, we now have 1 million gold just lying around, which we can do pretty much anything with. I mean, we can now effectively buy out the AI from their own islands. We could just buy this dude's island for 63,000, and there's absolutely nothing he can do to stop us. You know, I might have broken this game, but hey, this game broke me too, okay, by giving me this amazing flagship with the wiggly sails that don't make any sense. Anyway, we're gonna go blow up this trade ship as soon as it does its trading. There you go, do your trading, come on out, and then let me steal whatever you just bought. What did you buy? 21 cigars. Right, back they go. Ah, money. I love it. Absolutely glorious stuff. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's effectively how to print money out of thin air, as well as, just, you know, win the game in a way that most people don't expect. Now, interestingly, you can still use this strategy with complete effectiveness in multiplayer game, and in fact, some would argue it's even easier in multiplayer due to the fact that the players are probably going to be making even more money, which means that you're going to be getting even greater profits from holding shares in them. Ah, dear. Anyway, as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, then make sure to give it a like. And heck, why not even hop on down to the comment section and tell me what game I should be breaking next with completely unique gameplay stratagems. Anyway, as always, a massive thank you to each and every one of you amazing subscribers, YouTube channel members, and Patreons for making all of this all the more possible. Seriously, thank you very much, you lovely majestic sausages. And hey, if you're sat there wondering what video you'd like to watch next, look no further than this one on screen now, hand chosen by myself to be absolutely perfect for you. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have a lovely day, and goodbye for now.